Time to watch the pros go at it right now. And first up is Oscar Jurado Sanchez. They call him the Shank. Okay.
How do you say that in Spanish?
I don't know. Probably not good, and I'm not going to say Shanko. It's not sure, but Oscar is 1-0 as a pro. He is a striker, and so is his opponent tonight, Pete Lowe. As we look at the tail of the tape, striker versus striker. Jurado Sanchez has the reach advantage. We will see if he can use it against Lowe. So there's the Shank. Now let's take a look at Lowe. Pete Lowe giving up some height and reach in this one, and sometimes when you're a striker, that is not to your advantage, but we know Lowe can get inside on fighters. We have seen it before, and he will need to close that reach gap to be successful here tonight against Sanchez. So there is Pete Lowe looking for his first professional win here in Chosen Few Fighting Championships number 20. He's getting checked out. We'll check out both fighters as we head into the cage.
This pro fight is brought to you by Floors for Less. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in at 130 pounds. He's fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, representing Intercept MMA, Oscar the Shank Jurado.
Gotta get some water.
And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He also weighed in at 130 pounds. Fighting out of Madison, Wisconsin, representing Chosen Few, Pete Lowe.
Boy, Ken's voice kind of cracking there a couple of times like he was 13 years old. I think both these guys at 130 pounds, the last time I was 130 pounds was actually when I was 13 years old, and my voice was cracking all the time. Here we go. Oscar Jurado Sanchez, Pete Lowe ready to square off. A couple of strikers meeting up in the center of the cage as we have our first pro fight of the night as we go 5-minute rounds now. And also elbows come into play, a lot more that these guys can do that we did not see in our amateur bouts.
Already you see a lot more movement from the little guys. Oscar doing a decent job landing some low kicks, but Pete doing good too. Made him miss with a couple, returned some punches off of one of them. Staying covered, moving in and out, just trying to find each other's range right now.
A lot of movement and two guys who neither one of them looks ready like they want to go to the mat. These guys are strikers, are comfortable that way. And speaking of striking, a couple of 1-2s from Pete Lowe hit their mark, but then Sanchez able to counter.
Right, so far they're, Pete Lowe maybe landed 1 or 2 more punches, but Oscar's pecking away with just a couple more leg kicks than Pete is. But I like what I see him from Lowe. He's getting inside, he's ducking his head and throwing that 2 and coming back with the hook. As long as he doesn't pop his head up too much. Like right there, that wasn't bad. He's just got to make sure he doesn't get caught by that hook at the end. Nice spin back kick.
That landed for Lowe, and another kick that landed as well as Sanchez able to put Lowe off the cage with that one. Lowe coming in with a 1-2 again and again. Both guys really comfortable on their feet and striking here in the early going.
So Oscar's doing a little bit better job controlling, and now we see he switches it up. He must have seen something he liked on the ground, got the takedown. He's gonna work Lowe to the guard immediately. Doesn't seem to be mounting much offense off the bat, but he is doing a good job controlling the posture, and Oscar is just kind of holding on, enjoying being on top. Looked for one little strike, but not too much going on so far on the ground. Just kind of jockeying for position at this point.
Yeah, the first 90 seconds, we didn't get an inkling that either guy would ever go to the mat, but it was Sanchez that came in first, and now doing some damage there. Has landed a couple rights and a good left straight across the chin of Lowe, and that was another good right there. Lowe taking some damage here in round number 1.
So that was a good play call by Oscar to stand up over his opponent and land some strikes. And, you know, when you see that, someone gives you space, you got to take that space back. So this happens again. Lowe's got to really do his best to start standing up, and here he's going to give up the back. It's kind of dangerous now. Now he's going to get in a position where he could possibly get stuck like this and either get finished or submitted. He's got his arm trapped as well, and this is not looking good for Pete right now.
Flurry of right hands, and they're going to call it. So the Shank is able to take out Pete Lowe early in the first round. That continues our trend of first-round stoppages here tonight as an impressive victory from Oscar Jurado Sanchez. He will improve to 2-0 with a TKO here in the first round. We'll come back for the official call right after this on TVW. Strikers are going to strike, and Oscar Jurado Sanchez did most of the striking in the first round. As you take a look at the replay on how he was able to finish off Pete Lowe in just a flurry of right hands to the temple of Pete Lowe, and Lowe unable to mount any kind of defense at all or any kind of counters, and that is what caused the stoppage. Let's head back up into the cage and hear the official word from Ken Bostetter.
All right, a round of applause for these two warriors. The referee, Tom DeValis, has called a halt to this contest. 2 minutes, 42 seconds of round number 1, declaring your winner by TKO, Oscar the Shank Jurado.
Jurado Sanchez improves to 2-0 with the victory over Pete Lowe here in our first pro fight of the night. Don't go anywhere. We got JT Schulte coming up next on TVW.